YouTube, live on Twitter, live on TikTok. I love Vandy with the points. I'll talk about that game. I know that's it's gonna be a very interesting game to a lot of people. How was your Friday though, man? How was your Friday? Are you doing MLB these days, District? I know you love your MLB, bro. Saturdays, college football. There we go. We are live on all platforms, man. Let's get it. 4 different platforms all at the same time. Turn the brightness up a little bit, guys. What up, guys? We have 15 minutes to go until the noon games, so we can start with the noon games. Full disclosure, I don't have anything locked in on the noon games. I passed on them, but I can give you my best opinion on those games and the rest of the slate as well. Nah, I'm just a spectator with MLB. I hear you, brother. Did you go trick or treating? No, I did not, brother. I was in here working on the Saturday slate. I was in the lab cooking it up for tomorrow, man. For today, actually. Love Vandy with the point here. We can talk about it. Texas, Vandy. Okay, looks like a lot of people want to talk about Vanderbilt, man. We can start there. Why not? Just give it another few seconds, guys. I don't have to repeat myself too much. This is like me getting ready for game time here, bro. Let's go. I'm in the tunnel right now. Man. My man, first one in the office, last one out. Let's crush it. Exactly, bro. That's what it's got to be. All right, man. Let's go ahead and talk about Vanderbilt versus Texas. This one is getting started in 15 minutes now. Well, there's a little bit of delayed kickoff there. So maybe you have 20 minutes on this one. Let's talk about this one real quick, guys. I need everyone to vote on this one. It's a huge game here. Red. Give me red for Vanderbilt. Give me blue for Texas. What side are you on today? Between Vanderbilt and Texas. The line is set at 3 in favor of Texas. The line is set at 3 in favor of Texas. Give me red for Vandy, blue for Texas. Hit the follow button, guys. If it's your first time here, hit the follow button. Do not miss out on these live streams. I'm out here cooking, man, almost each and every day. Again, just have a lot with the new sports coming in with NBA, college basketballs around town. I was doing my hockey model. A lot going on, man. But for the most part, we are live every single day. So hit the follow button so you don't miss it. Let's go ahead and talk about this one real quick. Vanderbilt versus Texas. This is the game of the hour here at 12 o'clock Eastern time. So we're looking at a line with Texas. So this line opened up minus 2.5 in favor of Texas. This thing is up to minus 3. And I've thought about this one all week. I literally made a video on this one on Tuesday, and I've been sitting on this one. Okay, so with Vanderbilt, you have a team that's pretty magical right now, man. They seem to be overcoming a whole lot of adversity. Diego Pavia, the quarterback there, starting quarterback, he is 10-3 as a dog against the number. That's very, very good. 7 of those 10 ATS wins were also outright. So he's winning these games outright on top of that. I think a lot is being built into this about Texas being back at home. They are back at home for the first time since September 20th. It's been almost a month and a half since they played a true home game here in Austin. They had a game against Oklahoma, but that was a neutral site. This is normally, yes, this is the spot where you take the lower ranked team. That would be Texas ranked number 20th against Vanderbilt number 19. No, number 9. This is a spot where you usually take the favorite team, the lower ranked favorite team against Vanderbilt, and that's usually my rule of thumb. And that's why I ended up passing on this one, because in theory, by the book, you take Texas in this spot, guys. If somebody's confidently telling you to take Vanderbilt, you should be scared. You should be scared because the right spot, by the book, by theory, you take Texas here in this spot. I just can't get to it. Arch Manning is bad. He's bad. He's worse than the number suggests. He's ranked 60th in passer rating, which is already bad. But if you look at the advanced numbers like EPA success rate, he's ranked 106 in the country. 106. This guy is bad. I would have actually hoped for the backup Caldwell to be playing, but it's not going to be Caldwell. It's going to be Arch Manning. The Texas Longhorns, so they're also missing arguably their best defensive player, the starting safety. He's going to be out of this game. There's questions about how good is this Texas defense. They really haven't been tested. They played teams like what? Like who? Oklahoma with Matia coming off of the surgery. They played Florida. They played Ohio State in Julian Saint's first game of the season, first start of the season. I think there's a lot of question marks with Texas. I think if I had to pick this, now I don't have anything on it, but I think Vanderbilt would be the side I would go with. Vanderbilt plus the points. Looks like you guys are leaning Vanderbilt, but again, man, there should be some caution there, man. So Vanderbilt or Texas, if I had to make a play, I would do Vanderbilt. I just can't get to it because this one is really, really strong. Like by the book, you're supposed to take Texas here. So if you're gonna go and play on Vanderbilt, just know it could be a little bit of fuckery with this one, man. But yes, it would be. If I had to, gun to my head, I would take Vanderbilt. I think it's too sharp. Does that make sense? Like they're sharp, and then there's too sharp. I fell victim to this last week. Ohio State way too sharp. I was on Ohio State. I really liked it at the beginning, and then as I got closer to game time, I was like, this game is too sharp. I ended up still sending it for 1U, but it was originally a 2U play, so that did at least limit the damage a little bit. So keep in mind, a play could be too sharp. I think Texas is too sharp, if that makes sense, guys. Arch would have to transfer to Oklahoma, should transfer to Oklahoma or Indiana. Brother, they could, yes, definitely use an upgrade there for Texas. So who wins, Candy? Yes, I think Vanderbilt is the right side there. Arch Manning is too good for Texas. He needs to transfer. I don't know about too good, man. I think the rest of the team is really good without him. Texas, simple as that. I wonder which quarterback was parting last night. I don't know about a quarterback party. Here's another thing I will say, guys, with Texas, right? This is kind of like the season's on the line at this point, right? If you're going to make the playoffs, season would be on the line at this point. So it's like backs up against the wall. Backs up against the wall. You have to win. Just because you have to win doesn't mean you're going to win. I've told you guys plenty of times, guys. If you're in a situation where you absolutely have to win, then you're probably not that good, right? Because why did you put yourself in that situation to begin with? One other reason, guys, to be cautious with Vanderbilt is that Texas is heading into their bye week. That is usually a play-on situation. When a team is heading into their bye week, they can leave it all out, right? They don't play until November 15th. So they are heading into their bye week. They could leave it all the way out here. Again, by the book, Texas is the right side. I just couldn't get to it. I think it's too sharp for me, man. No Arch. No, Arch is playing, brother. I like the Dodgers last time. So yeah, so the Dodgers ended up pulling off. But exactly, man. Exactly the same situation. Just because you have to win doesn't mean you're going to win. All right, guys. What game is next? I let you. Iowa State was too sharp. Exactly, it was. I'll be the first to admit it. I write that on my whiteboard. I literally got a whiteboard right in front of me. I'll write that. If a play is too sharp, I'm okay. I'm okay learning from that, guys. Agreed on Vanderbilt, but Texas win. I'm happy. Double play. Yeah, good luck with that, man. Have you said any games today that you really like? We just got started, guys. We started really late today, but let's go through any last noon games, guys. Does anybody want to talk about Ohio State, Penn State, SMU, Miami, or Houston versus West Virginia? I just made a video where I told you to be cautious with Houston. It looks like that line is in reverse. It's moving in favor of West Virginia, but the public is on Houston. Okay. Now, am I going to take West Virginia? No. I don't have anything on the 12 o'clock games. My games all start at 3:30 Eastern time. So if you all want to get on board, you still have time. But West Virginia here, I know they don't really have an offense. They don't have a quarterback. But when you really zoom out and look at these numbers, it really isn't that drastic of a. I don't see 12 points here. So that one could kind of make sense to me here. There with a Big 12 matchup between West Virginia is just so bad. They lost 5 games in a row. But I think the lean would still be West Virginia. They're catching a lot of points at home. Houston rolls West Virginia. I don't see it. They're coming off of a huge win against Arizona State. Crushed them. They were a 7.5 point dog. If somebody was celebrating, I think it would be the Houston Cougars there. And you have a better defense with West Virginia, right? You can't trust their offense. Their defense is definitely trustworthy, and it definitely looks like their defense travels. No, it doesn't travel very well. So looks like their home games have better defense, but yeah, it still seems like a lot of points there. If you really zoom out and look at the big picture, Houston's offense is really nothing to write home about either. All right, guys, what game is next? Ohio State over or under? I got you, brother. Let me take a look at that over or under for you guys. We're going to zoom through these 12 o'clock games because I know they're about to start. Let me see, which way was I feeling with that one? I know Ohio State games are always leaning towards the under. I remember every single week I have to decide if I like an Ohio State under. And yeah, I'm seeing the same thing again, and that's because Ohio State moves at they move at the slowest pace in the country. They are 136 in the country in terms of pace, but they hold on to the ball too. They play keep away offense. They're number 16th in time of possession. They are 2-5 to the over, so more of an under team. And I think as a 20-point favored by 20 points here, 18 points, whatever. I think they dictate the pace. I don't think Penn State wants to get in a track meet, even though Penn State is more of an over team. I think today they got it's going to be more of a Ryan Day kind of game. I think Ohio State, Penn State goes under, brother. Are you going to do MLB? I don't have MLB ready. I still have to work on that, man. It's been a long morning. I'm still working on college football. Clemson, question mark. Do I have anything on Clemson? Duke versus Clemson here. I don't have what the line movement is looking like, but let me see, guys. In terms of, so they both play next week. Duke was in that sharp spot last week. Oh my God, was that last week? 2 weeks ago. So they're both coming off of a bye, but they both lost their last game before a bye. Duke's defense. Duke has a defense and offense on the road. Their offense definitely comes up big. Their defense comes up big. I don't have a great look at this one. I don't really spend too much time on unranked games. But it looks like Duke could probably come up with this one. I just don't have too many notes on that. Guys, let's go. Come on, give me some top 25 matchups. What games y'all want to talk about, man? Hit the follow button, guys, if it's your first time here. Let me check in on YouTube. I haven't even checked in on them, guys. I'm sharing my screen on YouTube. Y'all want to head there? Feel free to head there, man. UAB, not a game that I even have on my bingo card, brother. All right, come on. Somebody drop another game. Any game at this point, whether it's noon or 3:30 or afternoon or night games. Let's talk about it, guys. Now that we got the noon games out the way, pretty much, we touched on all of them, really. Now that we got the noon games all out the way, let's talk about the rest of the slate, man. Wyatt wants to talk about Georgia Tech versus NC State. That's a good one there. 7:30 Eastern time, prime time kickoff there, ACC matchup. Let's talk about that one real quick, guys. Give me red for Georgia Tech, blue for NC State. Red for Georgia Tech, blue for NC State. What side are you on between Georgia Tech and NC State? This is a good one, guys. A 5.5 point line. Georgia Tech is favored by 5.5 on the road at NC State. Let's talk about this one, guys, real quick. Hit the follow button, guys. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Do not miss out on these streams. We're out here cooking every single day, man. Every single day. The sports are getting crazy, bro. It's too much to handle, really, sometimes. You got college and pro football. You got college and pro basketball coming up. CBB is around the corner. College basketball is around the corner. We were dipping with some NHL, some NBA. NBA's gotten hot, man. Shout out to my man Dom in the Discord. He's the NBA guy. I work with him daily. And he kind of runs the show with NBA, man. He's putting together a nice little heater there. We're on a nice 5-0 run. Yesterday, easy win with the Bulls, brother. Easy win there with the Bulls. I know there was a lot of hype around the Knicks, but it was never the Knicks. It was the Bulls the whole way, man. Let's talk about this one real quick. Georgia Tech or NC State, man. This line opened up. Georgia Tech favored by 6.5. They are down to 5.5. But 78% of the public is on Georgia Tech. Actually, it is the most public play of the day. 78% of the tickets are written on Georgia Tech, guys. And Georgia Tech could not be hotter. They've won their first 8 games of the season. They are 8-0 there. Completely crushed Syracuse in their last game. But you guys just saw Syracuse yesterday. What is Syracuse? What is a Syracuse? They are as bad as it looks. NC State, on the other hand, they got crushed. They got their butts whooped at Pittsburgh a week ago. Both of these teams are heading into their bye week, so they could both leave it all out on the table. When I was looking at this one, guys, what I liked about this one is what do these teams want to do? Georgia Tech wants to run the ball. They are 44th in terms of run frequency, right? So they're handing the ball off. They got a quarterback that's with Haynes King that can be pretty mobile as well. But NC State's defense, I know NC State is not known for their defense. It's not terrible, but the one thing they do best is actually defend the run. Their numbers against the run are better than their numbers against the pass. So that plays directly into the strength of the defense for NC State. So I think they could at least limit the run game there for Georgia Tech. Make Georgia Tech have to pass the ball a little bit. And when it comes to passing the ball, both of these quarterbacks are pretty good at it, man. Haynes King and C.J. Bailey on the other side. C.J. Bailey is is no average quarterback. He's actually really decent. The advanced numbers look pretty good. The actual numbers look pretty good. Both of these offenses should be able to get some points here, man. But again, with the defenses not being the better units, I'm going to trust the defense that could at least contain the strength of the opponent. I think NC State is the right side here, catching way too many points at home. I think Georgia Tech is overvalued, very overvalued here at a number 8, ranked number 8 in the country, but they have a defense that's 112 in success rate on the season. That's pretty bad, and I think Georgia Tech is ready to get exposed there a little bit, man. Baylor and Texas today. We talked about the Texas game. Texas is the right side, like in theory, by the book. Yes, you're supposed to play Texas here. I couldn't do it. I think it's too sharp for me. I think it's way too sharp. Just kind of like Iowa State was a week ago. If I was pretty stuck on it, and the best thing I could do was just pass on the game, man. All of my games start at 3:30 Eastern time and later. So if I had to absolutely make a play, I think Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt is special this year, and Texas is not. Carlos says Blue Jays today. I don't have my MLB ready. Of course, in theory, I can tell you guys what I lean already. But I like to break down the matchup first before I really give you any opinions, man. Jace, talk about Texas Tech. I got you, brother. My bad, man. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. I got you, man. My man wants to talk about Texas Tech, and it's urgent. So let's talk about Texas Tech versus Kansas State real quick, guys. Let me put up a poll for this. You're welcome, man. Anytime. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Do not miss out on these live streams. Let's talk about Texas Tech. Give me red for Texas Tech. Give me blue for Kansas State. How are you guys playing this today? 3:30 Eastern time there. Kickoff between Texas Tech, favored by 7.5 on the road at Kansas State. Let me know how you guys are playing that one. Guys, as I was looking at this one, as I was looking at Texas Tech versus Kansas State, I could not help but pay attention to this look ahead spot. This is a crazy look ahead spot here for Texas Tech. They have BYU on deck. That is a huge game there. BYU is also going to be rested. We know they're on their bye week right now, so very very tough spot there for Texas Tech to have to focus on a Kansas State team that's definitely been struggling this year. There's no scrubs. They're definitely no scrubs, but they definitely been struggling this year. They're 4-4 on the season, and again, Texas Tech has BYU on deck after a huge win last week. Texas Tech just blew out, after a shutout win against Oklahoma State. So kind of sandwiched between a blowout win and then with BYU on deck. When I'm looking on paper, what do these teams want to do? Texas Tech wants to run the ball. They're pretty good at establishing the run. They're not very good at they're okay, 5.5 yards per carry, but it's their EPA and success rate numbers that are not really blowing anybody out of the water. So they're not having a ton of success on the ground, but they do want to. But that does play right into the strength of the weakness of the Kansas State defense. Kansas State is definitely vulnerable through the on the ground there. Through the air, in the passing game, Texas Tech's quarterback Morton definitely very good. The actual numbers look good. The expected numbers look really good. And Avery Johnson has been average all season long, man. Despite the potential look ahead spot, I've actually been tracking look ahead spots. They really haven't been that effective this year for some reason. I've really been tracking them. I think this Texas Tech offense is for real. I think this defense is for real. Excuse me, the defense more than anything. I think the defense is for real. I think it travels pretty well too on the road. Their defense is ranked 8th in the country. Their offense is pretty good as well. I think I would lay it here. If I had to play Texas Tech versus Kansas State, I would be laying the points here with Texas Tech. Yeah, looks like you Corral also likes Tech. Do you have baseball for today? No, man. We're talking about college football for now. I will have college base. I will have baseball, but it'll be in the Discord. Link is about, man. Can you? You're welcome, brother. Anytime, man. Guys, just so you know, there are 2 YouTube streams. This is my mobile stream, and then I'm sharing my screen on my other YouTube stream. So if you want to head to my profile, you can see my screen share, and you can see everything I'm looking at here, man. What game is that, guys? Somebody drop another game. Let's go. Somebody drop another game. Let's keep it going, man. We are only getting started here, guys. Anybody have another game y'all want to discuss? Otherwise, let's talk about. We got some good ones here, man. USC versus Nebraska. USC versus Nebraska. USC is favored by 4.5 on the road at Nebraska. Who do you guys got in this game, real quick? Give me red. Red for USC. Give me blue for Nebraska. What side are you guys on today between USC, Nebraska? Red for USC, blue for Nebraska. Let's talk about this one real quick. You have USC coming off of a crushing loss. Well, they're coming off of their bye week. They're coming off of their bye week after suffering that loss against Notre Dame. But I remember Notre Dame in that game. That was a good spot for Notre Dame there. A lot of people were trying to take the points there with USC. They were catching 10.5 points at Notre Dame. I remember this game. They ended up covering. If you got the late number, the 10.5, they ended up covering that number. But you guys know by now, I do like the team that is coming out of their bye week that went into it on a losing note. Excuse me. That went into it on a losing note. What I don't like for USC is that they are crossing time zones here, man. They're going from California to Nebraska. When USC is traveling time zones, we've seen these travel spots. When they're doing these time zone travels, man, it has not been a good thing for USC. We've seen it in the Big Ten, especially with it being spread out the way it is. I don't love USC's defense. USC's defense is definitely vulnerable, especially on the ground. Okay, and that's dangerous against a quarterback that's actually playing very good there. Baby Mahomes, Dylan Raiola, the Nebraska quarterback. If you give him some run support, Dylan can play pretty good there. I think this is a tough spot here for USC to be favored on the road by more than a field goal. I think the better defense is with Nebraska. I think Nebraska's offense could be just as good as USC. I think this is a spot here for Nebraska at home, catching 4.5 points. What else, guys? What other game y'all want to talk about? Drop another game. Let's keep it going. Damn, I definitely should have came on here earlier, man. I have people that definitely have their set times, man. Georgia versus Florida. Let's talk about Georgia versus Florida. That's another good one, guys. Don't be confused by that one. It is a neutral. That's a neutral site game. It's obviously a closer game for Florida, but they are playing in I believe in Jacksonville, the home of the Jaguars, instead of at the Swamp. So pay attention there. Keep that in mind. Let's talk about Georgia versus Florida. Give me red for Georgia, red for the Bulldogs, blue for Florida, blue for the Gators. What side are you on today? Georgia is favored by 7 on the road. Georgia is favored by 7 on the road. Again, neutral site game, but still a home-ish game for Florida. This is the first game for both of these teams after the bye week. Okay, we haven't seen either of these teams since October 18th. But what we have here is a situation where Florida no longer has their head coach. They fired their head coach, Billy Napier. He is out as the head coach there for the Gators. Okay, we've known all season long the problem for the Florida Gators, apart from obviously coaching apparently, is throwing the ball. DJ Lagway has not been efficient. He hasn't been careful with the ball. He's been turning it over a whole lot. And that is not a good situation here with Florida. Just doesn't pass the ball. Sorry, they don't run the ball. They don't stick to the run. Their success rate is actually not that bad. So if they did stick to the run, that could help them a little bit, but they're just not doing it. On the other side, Georgia does run the ball. They run it pretty efficiently too. But you guys know the Florida Gators, what they do have is defense. The one thing you could count on them is their defense. Their DFEI number is good. Their success rate number is really good, and they play really good at home. Again, this is a home-ish game, not really a true home game. So keep that in mind, guys. All season long, I've been telling you too. Georgia at covering these big numbers, they haven't really had a whole lot of success. They are 5-3 when they're listed as the favored team. 5-3, 27% against the number since 2024. So over the course of this season and last year, anytime they're listed as a favorite, they do not have a whole lot of success. They don't have a whole lot of success here against the SEC. They are 7-14 against the number against the SEC, and they're coming off of a huge win last or 2 weeks ago against Ole Miss. That was a game they were really lucky. They were lucky to win, and I was on the right side of that. I was on the Georgia side there. They had to come back from behind. That defense couldn't stop anybody 2 weeks ago. I think this is a spot here for Florida after the firing of their head coach. I think they could be this could be a wake up call here for Florida. I think they're catching too many points here at home-ish. I think Florida is the right side here, catching 7 points, man. You think Texas beats Vandy today? I passed on that game completely, but if I had to pick, again, Texas is the sharp play, but I think it's too sharp for me. It would probably be Vanderbilt if I had to pick that game, man. Really notice says I like the under, brother. If you are taking the under between Florida and Georgia, on the Florida side, I like that on both sides. I like it on both sides because both of them move at a very slow pace. They hold on to the ball. They convert. They have long sustained drives, both of them. So I do like that for an under. Let me see here. This thing is set at 50.5. 72% of the public is on the over, but the line has not moved. I think that's a good look there, man, for the under between Florida and Georgia. Let's go, guys. Last call. Do y'all have any other games y'all want to discuss? Last call. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. We have kind of flipped the switch a little bit here, man. Yesterday, had ourselves a clean sweep. Went 4-0, including a plus 800 lay. Had ourselves a nice day. The day before that was 1-1. I came on here and I told you, okay, this week we're starting to just kind of break even a little bit. After last week was rough. Again, this week it kind of started to look like we were starting to plateau a little bit and trend in the right direction. And yesterday we popped off for a 4-0 day, man. So I'm not surprised to see that. We have when we get our wins, we get them in bunches. So 4-0 at a time yesterday, 4 in a row, or 4 at a time yesterday. Trying to get another 4 today, maybe 4 or 5. Honestly, I do like the slate, so we can have a loaded slate today. Link in bio if you guys want to join that, man. Vandy is down 7. Do I take the spread of the money line? I'm not watching the game at all, so I'm not sure what's happened so far. But if you're catching Vandy at plus 7 points, 6.5 points, that would probably be a good look there. I wasn't completely sold on Texas defense coming into this one, and again, Arch Manning is pretty bad. So keep an eye, guys. As you guys watch these games, you have to also look for like fluky scores. So I don't know if Texas scored in a fluky kind of way, but look at yesterday. I was really confident with North Carolina yesterday. Syracuse had nothing going for them, nothing going on offense. Literally, it was they put in a walk-on freshman quarterback. He was like 0 for 9, 0 for 11 in his first attempts. He had no passing yards, but Syracuse had the lead. They had the lead because of a fumble that was returned back for a touchdown. Super fluky. At that point I'm like, yo, I laddered North Carolina as far as I could from pick them all the way to -6.5. Just for a little pizza money there. But yeah, man, look for those fluky kind of scores, man. In general, that'll help you. I don't know what's going on with Texas and Vanderbilt right now, but again, Texas is the right way to play it, but I just couldn't play it. It's just way too sharp for me. I think I've said that several times. Vandy just fumbled and Texas recovered. There you go, man. All right, guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. We are ready. We are ready for this big weekend. Big weekend here in store with college football. Week 10, NFL Week 9. Do not take any of these games for granted. Do not take a single snap for granted, man. Next thing you know, we'll be looking at Rockies and the Nerfies in the middle of July, man. So do not take this for granted. We got every single sport going on at the same time right now. College basketball starts on Monday as well. Link in bio if you guys want to join up. It's $80. $80 includes 4 weeks of all these sports. NFL, college football. Works out to $20 a week. And again, I do this full time. This is what I do for a living, man. You can absolutely count on me putting in the work every single day. I hope you guys see that. Again, even after a bad day, after a good day, it don't matter. I show up and I put in the work every single day, man. Check out UNLV. It's not even on my card, but I do have some unranked matchups. But I'm sorry, I don't want to give you too much on a game that I just don't have on my. I capped like maybe 30 different games, and that wasn't one of them, brother. Favorite money line today. Link in bio, brother. Link in bio if you want my top plays. They drop in the Discord every single day. I will also give you one of my top plays for free in the Discord as well. Last call, guys. Last call. Any other games? So top 25 ranked, and then I have some of the unranked games as well if y'all want to talk about those. But mostly I stick to top 25, and that's what gives us a success rate, a good success rate, man. All right, guys, I'm gonna tune into Texas Vanderbilt. Shoot, maybe as I'm watching the game, maybe at halftime, we'll catch something good there. But yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed day. I hope you guys have a great one, man. Remember, don't be disrespectful, man. This is not me versus you. This is us against them. Man. Their buildings are nicer than ours. Texas wins today. If they're up 7-0, I would say they have a good shot, man. Wake Forest, that's an interesting one. It didn't make it on my card there, but Wake Forest against Florida State, right? Yeah, that one was so weird, bro. I think the price is really telling there. With Florida State probably being the right side. Sometimes, guys, when that price is so, I came on here and I told you guys Ravens -7.5, like that with the hook, especially 7 with the hook. Like the price is telling. The price is very telling. I ended up overthinking it. I ended up on the teaser, but again, that kind of stuff goes on my whiteboard there, man. The price is really telling when you have a strong price like that, and it looks way too easy to take the other side. I would say it should look way too easy to take Wake Forest. It should look way too easy to take Cincinnati, the higher ranked team, catching 10.5 points. Like some of the prices you should look at it and you're like, okay, this is weird. Texas is a rolling pool, man. Again, guys, I told you from the very beginning, I don't have anything on it. I'm going to watch the game, maybe catch something at halftime. We'll see. But I'm focused on all my games start at 3:30 Eastern time and later. So link in bio if you guys want to join up. Link is in bio. Hope you guys have a great day. Catch you guys next time. Peace.